Doodle time.
Doodle time. Doodle time.
Doodle time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Doodle Time! How are we all feeling today? Are you all ready for some
Doodle time.
Because I am. I'm very ready for Doodle Time. I missed last week's Doodle Time, and I am looking forward to being able to Doodle Time with you today. McGoogle Gongle! How dare you? On my own stream. Can't wait to draw minimalist peepees. Yeah, the best kind. Today we're going to be drawing some pretty minimalist, like, breakdancing. Which, I don't know how you minimalize breakdancing. But, you know, we'll do our best. How are you doing, Red? How are we all doing today? As I get music that's actually playing in the background. Oh. Starting off with a bang. Going crazy? Why are you going crazy? Are you in a room? A rubber room? A rubber room with rats? It's been a while since I've heard this one. It's been over a week. It's been 2 weeks. Who could have guessed? But yes, we are ready. And everything is already working because I'm a big brain and I test things before the stream starts. And I avoided ad shenanigans at the beginning, so now it should do things as appropriate. But yes, we are going to be drawing me doing the dumb cat breakdance. Let me see if I can get the dumb cat breakdance. Cat meme breakdance. I think all of you know it. It's pretty... Let's just get it downloaded quickly and then I can show people as an easy... Wait, I can also just have it as a browser source and then have that separately. I'm so smart. I'm such a big brain that I keep forgetting all these things that I already have. Whee. Okay, or I could be dumb and not select the correct window. And you could, like, see everything break. Window capture. Is this going to be the correct window? This one. This is the kind of meme that I'm going for. I want to have me doing that. I want to do that. Uh-oh, no, Giphy, go away. This is our goal today. Hello, Rosa. How are you? You seem very excited with your all caps. How are we doing? Is the music a little bit loud? The music might be a little bit loud. Let me put it down a little bit. Have it a bit more backgroundy. All caps! But yes, we are going to be doing breakdancing. This is our goal today. And then we take it away. Put it away over there. You're homesick? Oh no. That's sad. So, we need the buddy to go from the floor. So we'll have a little ground here, like we'll squiggle that on. How do you do this? How do you do perspective things? I was just talking to people about being in Rio over January and spending all day at the beach. Oh, that sounds lovely. It is Triangulo. It is I. I am here. We are doodling. It is the time for doodles. And the mission, break dance, break it down, boogie, all such manner of busting it up. So what we're trying to go for is the cat breakdancing meme, that move where you kick your legs out and you got your one hand on the ground. So one hand Like that. Then triangle is just like fucking this. Legs going out that way. Face. Yeah, it's gonna be animation. How else do you think I'm going to get dancing done? So the whole thing is like, this is going to be a moving one. May the Lord of Triangles have mercy on your soul. Hey, I mean, the hardest thing about this is gonna be the perspective for the most part, but it's fast. So it's not gonna be too many frames. The issue is just I need to get the perspective and everything right, which is gonna be the hard part. So the triangle head should probably like come out a bit further. But right now we're just gonna like storyboard almost of just like trying to get things to work. So we start here, then we do insert frame. Great, no, not a blank, well I guess that's a blank frame now. And we doop doop doop. We'll animate on 3s. Are we starting from 0? We're starting from 0, so we're going on 3s. We're doing this programming rules. So the arm stays in the same place. Everything else, however, we are going to onion layers this so that everything works. We're cracking straight on. How are people doing? What else have people been up to? La Rosa's drinking some caparinas. Very nice. My post-it notes are falling over my post-it notes are shitty, and apparently I've decided to fall off, despite the one having stayed on for like a week. Big sippy. Isn't that what... Yeah. Larosa said that people were spending all day at the beach in January drinking caipirinhas. Caipirinhas, or however the hell it's pronounced. Currently playing an event from R99, but also wishing death on my loud-ass neighbors for waking me up. How loud were their asses, and what time were you woken up? The clap of my ass cheeks woke up the neighbors. 8 AM, very loud. They're changing the tiles in the house. Oh no. I'm very tired. Have been filming all day in the sun. Oh no. It's the dreaded heaty eepies. But sun is good. Getting sun is always a good thing. Which has been nice, having sun in the UK. Yeah! It's been lovely and sunny this side as well. Getting to go outside and not completely freeze. I mean, the wind is still horrible, so I've been having to still wear extra layers. But at least I can stand in the sun and feel the warmth before the wind takes it away, like the bastard it is. Hey, at least it's not my rich neighbor making parties from 10 PM to 4 AM. They sound like fun. I should go party there. I'm wondering... I need to look at the animation again. That sounds less worse, actually. Yeah, because it's like from late, so you kind of like... The thing about the UK is that it doesn't feel hot, but the sun burns. It can. Images of breakdance. GIFs of breakdance. This one. That bro's just spinning, which probably would be the easier one. But I want to do the cat one. What are you doing, friend? You're also just doing it like that. I want this one. Yes, you! No, not you. You're far more too animated. Ugh. They scream loud as hell. People tend to do that at parties. Is it you? No, I don't care about your hip-hop things. I want this guy. No, they're all spinning wrong. I want the cat. I tried to go for a real one and it wasn't working. Okay, so from here it just brings the legs forward. Big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Hi, Foil. How you doing? Been a while. How have you been, Trongle? I've been good. I've been starting to pick up on some stuff. There's been other developments and whatnot going on in life, but making progress. Trying to take better care of the self and whatnot. And yeah, we are succeeding in such things. Made really nice mushroom type rice stir fry thing, which is very tasty. Yippee! And yeah, now we're animating, which I'm looking forward to. Been having a lot of fun with games. Thief was really fun on Monday. I really like getting back into Thief. It's so cool. And it's such a vibe. And I like having to think in the game. How is everyone? Trongle lore drop. I don't know how much lore you are getting. Other than I have feelings in the green void. But how are you, Foil? Breaking news, Trongle has feelings. I know. Wild. So we kind of want it to come around this way. No, wait, this is gonna have to cross over. Who would have thought? Breaking news, Trongle is a triangle. So it goes... I've started on the wrong frame, I think. How does it... It starts by going back. So first it kicks. Okay. I've been trying to get through Fallout, the show. Oh, nice. I've been watching that recently as well. And I also should watch it more. I think it's just like the length of the show makes it a bit more difficult to like find the time to do it. Because normally it's just like, okay, I have an hour before bed. Do I really want to go through this intense thing? Or do I want to just watch a Gravity Falls episode? Yeah. Quick, the SCP's on the line. He has feelings. Get them! Breaking news. I've heard mixed opinions on Fallout, the TV series. I think it's pretty good so far, what I have seen. Uh-oh, that's the wrong... Shit, I forgot to switch the audio output. I'll do it for you when it comes back. Remind me in X amount of minutes when the thing's available again. You haven't been robbed. I'll do it for you in a bit. The Fallout show is eh. I like it when the plot armor doesn't kick in. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far where stuff hasn't really gone crazy as of yet. Thief? I am. That's the game we're playing. Thank you, Red. Thief Gold is a really fun game that you should all try out at some point if you own it. There are some patches and things to make it a little bit nicer, but I've been enjoying it. I set up EAX. It's made everything very reverby, but I also think it's made it a bit harder to tell when somebody's in the other room. But they can hear me just as much, so I'm gonna download it illegally. No! I can't stop you, but I can't encourage you either. I'm in a weird other zone. Unfortunately, as a public figure. I can't stop you. Do what you want. Especially for older games that make it more difficult and things. Although the GOG version has the patches pre-installed, so if you get it on GOG, you can play it the way I'm playing it. Drungle! Play Hard Truck 2. What the fuck is Hard Truck 2? For a moment I thought people were gonna ask me to play Schedule 1. Okay. I need to actually draw. I've been distracted again. Euro Truck, but on steroids. Why would I play Euro Truck Simulator when I can play the space version, which is Elite Dangerous? We've done the wrong frame. So we are going to move this frame to... This will be the second frame. What the... Why? Whatever the hell has happened needs to be undone. You two, scooch. No, not even you two, just you. Scooch to here. You, come scooch back here. It's a truck that's hard to do times. Okay. Fart? I don't want to fart. No. Not allowed to fart in the chat. You're a stinky for that. Maybe I won't do your little thing. Maybe I won't do your silly message.
My mango is to blow up.
Happy? Okay. Can't you just replay the message? I don't know. I haven't tried. There's the reward request queue. There's this thing. Can I do it to replay? I can report. It's not letting me do other things to it. I don't see those. Is there what specific menu would that be in? Is it in the activity feed? Is it in a different thing? Because there are so many windows, of which I haven't explored all of them. I just know they exist. Because I've got the reward queue, which is just saying whether things have happened. I think that used to be a Streamlabs thing. Yeah, I'm just using pure OBS. I'm stuck in the play Fallout New Vegas timeline. It's like Shipbreaker all over again. I think you should play New Vegas. New Vegas is really fun. I recommend. I never got very far in New Vegas though, so can't talk too much. Let's go for the blue one just so that I know what I'm going for. Via Stream Elements activity feed. Yeah, I don't believe I have the Stream Elements. I'm using OBS and I'm using Twitch's alert system by itself. I'm not using any special plugin for it, but if there is... I'm pretty sure... I think I remember Streamlabs having a very nice... Streamlabs and Stream Elements having its own thing. Dude, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see if we can find a window. Window. Edit layout. Everything will break now. Can I add things? Where is Where's the add window button? Or add frame? There we go, there's the plus button. Stats, panels, active mods, predictions, activity feed, collaboration. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything particular for the bits for showing that. So I'm going to cancel that so I can actually have everything I want. And then maybe I need maybe I needed specifically to have like mod permissions active, but yeah. I'm unaware of setting things up. I know I could probably set it up so there's a way to do it through streamer bot that I'm using. But who knows? Who knows? I don't. What was I doing? I was drawing. So, we're going to be kicking. I've chosen an interesting angle for this. Because it's going to be like this, and like his legs kicking out this way. I could also just have him kicking out forward, so that might be a bit easier. Death by CBT, by cognitive behavioral therapy. What a way to go! There are too many. CBT is a, what's it called? Making something less words. It's not an abbreviation, because an abbreviation is different. Closed beta test. That too. Death by closed beta test. No! It's not balanced! I think we'll have it so that he's kind of like going forward to make it a bit easier. So that I'm going a bit forward to make it easier. So arm is there, which means we'll have legs kick out here. How does one do perspective? Ah, that's incorrect. Because when you go down to do this, your arms go straight down. Then you kind of kick your legs around. Your legs are in a V shape. Am I picking a good perspective for this at all? Maybe I'm just starting in the wrong place. Maybe it is better that I like have it like this. And then go... I can probably exaggerate the proportions a little bit more. So if we start here, because that arm is meant to move. So this arm will go here. We know straight line will be like here-ish. Legs go in the air. So that. Then we go to 6. Yes, and then we go here. And his hand will switch, so hand will go here instead. Thank you for the lurk, Greto. Appreciate it. Enjoy whatever adventure you are going on. Any of you ever tried like breakdancing or have any dancing experience in particular? I've always wanted to like get more into dance. Just overall. It just seems like a really cool ability to have. My stomach is about to blow up. Why? I know jazz and contemporary. Ooh, very cool. Breakdancing is intense. It is, but it's so cool. So then the other arm is there now. And he's almost gonna be... He's gonna be almost like facing... Well, the whole thing is you want to... Oh, wait, no. I've misunderstood the motion, I think. Because the whole thing is like you swing around. So we go... So kick... Over... Then switch hands. So it'll now be... He'll now be angling this way. So essentially just try and flip this. I want to be able to get to that. I want to get to that point where I'd be able to do like something that cool. Because like I do bouldering in my spare time. I like to climb things because monkey brain. This needs to kick up. Why? What's happening, Red? Why are you dying? Are you that... Do you not like physical activity? Ah. Kinda needs to go upwards. Yeah. This is definitely teaching me my perspectives, especially with triangles. Ah, wrong one. So kicks, flips, switches over, BRB, lark. What is lark? It's on the other side of the keyboard! But thank you for the lurk, Foil. Okay, now we've got this one. Lark away. Ow. It's cool doing a bit more of a dynamic motion. I know I still had like the walk cycle that I was doing. I definitely got a bit too creative and funky with that one. I think. I don't know if it was a good attempt at trying to get a walk cycle going. Let's see if I can get this one done. Because I feel like we can get the basics of this one done tonight and then can clean it up in my own time. Because my plan is to have it like pop up during either like after a sub or like during the ad break, just like having him breakdance in a way. So now we're here. Foot's coming forward. So almost the inverse, so it'll be here. Where does the other one land? Close, so like almost there. I think I need one more frame between this one, where he's kind of like winding up to get to that one. I think this foot also needs to kind of like be out here more. So I think this base frame I need to change a bit, just so that it all comes together a bit nicer. Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. This needs to be like... This is if I was spinning the other way. Uh-oh. I got the order mixed up. If I just flip it. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't quite work that well. Can I flip just a frame? Wait. And I mirror horizontally. Then it works as an in-between for the other one. Yeah! No effort wasted! Why didn't you move the thing that I told you to? No, stop changing my colors. Mirror horizontally, move that to here. Then we move this, we take these 2 frames and we scooch them. Why aren't you scooching them? It's one, you have one fucking job. Do what I tell you to, please. Now you do it for some reason. Okay, cool, great, thank you. So now it'll look a bit... I don't know why it changes. This is... Creature. Ah! Okay, 1, 2... So from here to here... How does it work? my brain is short fused again. I need to play this slowly. So that's... Okay, I'm gonna do some motions. So, left hand, as we're doing it. So left hand. Have I done this the wrong order? So we got here. Sat like that. And then we do that, we swing. We swing our hips and rebalance. Yes, this is what would happen at the end. Because for me to like pivot my entire weight, no. This works. Swings around. Goes to there. Then I need the inverse of this one. Because I need him to be kicking out so that I can switch the hands. Okay. We figured it out, I think, maybe, hopefully. It's too many frames. You guys ever wonder what, alien types of dances kind of would be like? Because if you have like a multi-limbed creature, it's not gonna dance the same way that bipedal ones would as like a species. It would have completely different choreography. Like insects, would they dance the same way? No, they've got a shitload more things they could use. How crazy could, like, a butterfly get with its choreography? Or how crazy could a spider get with its choreography? The fuck has already turned into wheels. That would be super. I think that's would be a cool exploration of like culture and things. Even like a cat. Like, how would a cat dance? Like, just with 4 legs. Like, obviously, it could just be this. Holy shit! A raid! Quickly, get the bonking! Get the other things! Get the weapons! Go! We gotta get the weapons! Ah! Hi, Alma Magna. And hello, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Hi, I'm Trongle McBingbongle. I've come to collect... Avem, I have come to collect the tribute. Busts it down, like starts dancing. No, why do you keep joining during ads? Fuck. Ads have just popped up, and for some reason, StreamerBot has not triggered the things, which is a little bit annoying. I will be right back. Unfortunately, an ad has just happened. BRB. Ah. And we're back. Hello. Holy shit. The raiders are still here. Thank you so much for the raid, Alba. Let's give you a shout out. Fucking go. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was stream? What were you getting up to? What was your tribute? What do you wish for tribute? I shall take a sippy. Elden Ring. Oh, I really want to play Elden Ring at some point. It has been on my list for so long. And it's just expensive. Games expensive. How'd it go? How is Elden Ring going for you, Elmer? It's an amazing game, truly. I know. I've heard so many good things about it. And I love the FromSoft games. I've played through all the Souls games and Bloodborne. I still need to finish Demon's Souls. But I'm not currently at a place where I can access my PS5 that could run it. It's pretty rough for me right now. My build is a disaster, but I'll fix it before Sunday for the next stream. Ah, I see. Oh, the beauties of everything. I know next to nothing. I've avoided so many, like, a lot of the game, like, a lot of the content around it because I want to play it and I want to go through the whole thing of, like, ooh, what's that over there? Get squished. But I love the FromSoft games. The new announced game, what is, like, Dusk Knights or whatever the fuck it was called, that was announced alongside the Switch 2. I think it was during that, which is also FromSoft, and everybody's calling it Bloodborne 2 Electric Boogaloo. We were on the final frame. Let's start getting that done. Oh yeah, the Switch 2 exclusive. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they take away? First Sony, now Nintendo. All of the Half-Life videos are being uploaded today. Okay, cool, Red. Hooray for another 5 years of not getting to play a new FromSoft game. Yippee. Ah. I still, like, even Demon's Souls, where the remaster was what I was playing. Apparently the original is a lot better for vibes. Nintendo was always evil. I mean, it's... Every large company is... I wouldn't say comically evil. It's not Tesla. But yeah. All games companies overall, they've kind of, like, had to shift. The entire environment of games development has become so much more corporate, and the moment it becomes corporate, it loses all soul and all heart. More boring evil when it comes to Nintendo, to be honest. Yeah, it's just like they're like, oh no, you're not allowed to have fun with our property. How dare you? You're not allowed to share your fun. Buy our console. Don't use emulators for the games that you that you can't get in any legal way. Like, they're not even over the top silly with how bad they are. Yeah. Although with the Palworld stuff, that was a bit scummy. That was very scummy. What was I doing? I was doing the next pose for this one, which was him kicking out this way. So we're gonna go. How dare they make something that we didn't? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I took that as a sign to do another Elden Ring run, and this time I'm going for like 90% completion. You're not finishing it? Which is not everything, but most things can reasonably be done in a single run. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, completely valid. I found it very difficult to like do reruns of games overall. I'm not particularly crazy into like replaying games that much. Like, I don't want to do every NPC quest in all 5, 6 endings. Yeah, that's completely fair. That's completely valid. I would be in the same boat of like, I'd get my one ending, I'd be like, oh, that was a good experience, and then leave it alone for X amount of years, and then go back to it. So we're here, and then... Dunk, dunk. Whoa! That actually looked really cool in motion that I accidentally did and didn't actually want it to loop through. We wanted to go how many frames? Here, 13. No, incorrect. We wanted to go to 50. No, we want to go to 40. 14 frames. Look at him go! Look at him go! Bro busted it down! And we did it in less than an hour! Fuck yeah! That's cool as hell! Fuck yeah! I'm so happy with that. I'm so glad it actually looks good in motion. And this is just the keyframes. Like, we can make it... I'm probably gonna do it slower. I'll, like, have a little bit more time between the frames. But I like this so far. Holy shit. Save. Pause. Stop. File. Save. I've started putting things in different folders. Hopefully it won't be a dick and delete all my stuff. Windows, I know that you can be. Hello, Broken Birds. Okay. What are we doing? Animations. And this will just be Trongle Bustin' Moves. Windows will delete documents and stuff. I don't believe I said dick unless I stopped saying a word halfway through it. And, you know, I mumble. I tend to mumble. I'm really happy with this. Are you going to have like a little stereo system? No, I'm thinking of just having this run while like the what's it called? Why is the ad things here? Oh, so I can... Oh, is that how I've set it up? I'm smarter than I thought I was. But yeah, it's while the ad things happen, with notes coming out, obviously. That would be cool and would be a nice little detail. If I want to, like, flesh it out a lot more, that would be nice. Red, you're misspelling it on purpose. But thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, Red. Have a good lurking. Lurgy. No, I'm not, Troggle. Trottle. Everybody's doing the ergies. Okay. Now we need to make it nice. Even though the animation works in concept, I also need to fix the first frame because technically, like, with where this hand ends up, if I want it to loop, I need both hands. Do I? It looks fine. If I just remove this frame, if I hide it, can I hide a keyframe? No, I cannot. This is dumb. I have saved, so we can just delete this one for now. And for some reason it doesn't move all of them sometimes. Then that's there, and then we change it to go to 11 frames. And if we just have those, that looks neater. So we don't have to have the actual like startup one. So it actually looks like he's kind of like busting it down a bit more. Am I missing a frame? It feels like I'm missing one. That one's fine. I think it might be this arm position that's like throwing me off a little bit. Then we're flipping around. So from here, I'm immediately switching to this. And he's kicking around, he's kicking around, he's kicking. Yeah! I'm happy. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. Okay, now we need to make it pretty. We can probably remove the ground, just so that I can see how much the hands are moving. There's a bit of shifting between this one and that one, so I might need to change that. I mean, hands move while you're doing the shit. I do need a little bit of change in this arm. Maybe if it's just like a little bit more bent. So there's some, so that there's some change at least. That's too much. That's to try and separate, but it doesn't really work that well. Oh. Okay. If I slow it, I can slow it down. Like let's try it at half speed and see how it looks. I think half speed works a little bit better. So if we do it at 24 frames per second, I think we can get it to be a lot nicer with... I do want to fix the one hand. When it shifts here, I want it to stay where it was. Oh yes, are people excited about the music stream that's happening tomorrow night? The Beeps and Whoop stream! Because I noticed like nobody really responded on the Discord, which I don't know if it's just because I fucked up with the ats, because I did edit it afterwards. But yeah, there is the music stream tomorrow. Which I think will be very fun, because I've been really wanting to mess around with more music stuff as of late. It is at 6 GMT, the same time as every other stream that we have. You should put the Discord in your main social bar. Is it not? I didn't realize it existed. I've advertised it multiple times, but there's also a handy dandy command. I think the main reason I don't put it in my main social thing is because bots. I know most bots don't get past the screening, but it's still a thing of just like, okay, people who want, there is a Discord. And there's it is in the about section to check out as well. There's a big Discord banner which you can click on. I didn't make it obvious that it can be clicked on, so there's that. But Twitch doesn't like to do that anyway, so I don't know. It exists. There's a link. You do have to answer a varying question. I'm graphics design bot in your Discord. Oh no! How dare they? Okay, I think we can do this. We are going to then do this as 24 frames. We are going to double the distance between all the frames. So we're currently stopping at 11, so we wanted to go to 22. That should get the correct ratios, so then we can click all three of those. Move you to 6. Move you to 12. That's 13. And move you to 18. That's 19. You're on 6. Yes. So then it should still look the same. Yes. However, I'm not getting the correct amount of frames here, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I need one more frame. I need 23. So that way it loops correctly. Ow. Okay, now the difficult thing comes in where I need to actually make decisions and change things, which is scary. Well, we'll save that as the one layer. We're now going to be doing like extra things, so I think we'll move on to in-betweens on a different layer, or whatever things we want to make it do. So, we're here. So to get from here to here, we need a few frames. Do we want to just do one smear at 3 to make it like look a bit better? Or we could do a smear at like 4. It depends how smooth we kind of want the motion to be. So I'd probably end up doing... Waiting. What? So, in animation, there are different ways, like the way everything kind of runs is that you have 24 frames which are shown every second, which creates the illusion that the thing is moving. To make something move nicely, you kind of need a certain level of fidelity, a level of detail in each frame. Now, animating on all 24 frames, 24 drawings, is a lot of drawings to make and takes a lot of time. And the more detailed your cartoon is, or animation, or illustration, the longer it's going to take for each frame. So, the easiest way to cheat, almost, is by skipping frames. So, a lot of people animate on 3s, which is what I tend to start animating on, and then I go to... Then I switch between different amounts of sketches every 3 frames. So a variable amount of images. Other animations like... What sticks to 3? Invincible has a lot of 3s until it gets to action, when it... A lot of action scenes tend to pick up and get a lot more detail. So people would draw a lot more, and you'd have more frames. Not more frames per second, but you'd have more individual frames per second. Which I know can get confusing. I think is just one of the things that confused me initially, of just like, wait a minute, so if it's 24 frames per second, why am I not drawing 24 pictures? That's what it means, right? No. It's how many frames are shown. How many frames are drawn is different. So I'm currently animating every 3 frames to get this motion. Well, I've got it set to every 6 frames now to get the speed and timing that I like. Because I like it at this pace. So it's every 6 frames, it's hitting a keyframe. A keyframe is just like a pose, a state at which things are in. I'm deliberating whether I should do smears, which is a mimicry of motion blur. So in real life, like you can probably test it right now, if you look at your hand and you wave it, it kind of looks like your hand, there's smearing between your fingers as you're like waving it. You can see after images of where your hand is moving. That's what smear frames are. They mimic that. So I draw something that kind of looks like it's smearing across to mimic the motion, and that tricks your brain and makes it think like there's a lot more drawings there, when there isn't. Animation. I am still very new at it, and I do not know how well this smear frame is going to look. So, I'm trying to figure out what would be best between getting this frame and this frame together. Why is it stopped? Because either I draw one smear frame, or a few smear frames, to make things look a bit more comical and smooth. I have an example of a smear frame that I did, which I can show you, which I forgot that I had. Let me just open it up. We've got Trungle, we've got animations, alerts, hydrate. Please don't crash. So, in hydrate, we've got... God, I forgot how much work goes into animation. This, which is a smear frame. So it's kind of like it's stretching and warping to make it look like motion is happening, and then snapping back to like real proportions to make things feel a bit more animated. So the meow. Sorry, I went into a lot of detail very quickly, and I don't know if it was wanted, but things were explained. And I'm now going to do that. So let's see this. I want to be able to see the next frame and the previous frame because I'm about to erase. So then it'll give me the I'm about to erase. Oh, it's because it's on the other layer. So we're going to... It's frames. I can remove them. We'll go back to this thing. Animation lessons. Animation principles with Trungle. Which, if people want me to not explain things as much, or if people prefer that I explain things more, I can do both. I can't say that my explanations will be good though, because I am also figuring these things out. But I feel like explaining them kind of gets me closer to... I like explanation. Explanation is nice. It's good when it happens. Yee. Did I lose followers? Sorry, I just checked my follower count and I think it's lower than what we initially started with. Not what we started with, but other stuff. Maybe I found some bots. Maybe some other things disappeared. Who knows? Where were we? So we've got... That doesn't look like the previous frame, is it? It is. I'm just dumb. That's there. Ooh, the thing we can also add is like the little lines that make it like accentuate the motion a bit more. That could also work. That could be cool. So we're going from this one to here. So we kind of want a blur to that extent. So we're connecting these two corners. Warping it that way. What's the arc? It's that way. Cool. So that's... I'm happy with how well I got these, like, positions. It is a bit more forward, so, like, give a little bit more weight to the front and then taper it off. What's moving first? The hip's moving first, so we'll... Because this is having to get really far, really quick. So we'll do a little yoink. And this one's kind of lagging behind it, so... No, wait. The way it's being pulled... is the outside is being pulled along from the inside. So we're going to emphasize that a bit more. And that is essentially swinging around that way. But this is also kind of like being pulled, so I don't know like how exaggerated I really want to like make it. Don't know how much of a smear versus in between this is going to be. I do use a lot more technical frames than I probably should. This is also like, this is saying like, I would probably, this would be here more. Pain. This is turning into the difficult part where I'm actually having to like clean things. And then this is still gonna need a cleanup pass, then a color pass, and I don't know. I'm also using the much simpler brush other than this one. Even though like kind of look the same, this one has a bit more roughness to it. This one does kind of show motion a lot better. Let's see what I can do with this brush. We'll switch over. We're still in like the rough stages, so it doesn't really need to be complete. I've now got food on the mind, which isn't great. Which isn't great. I've been really enjoying Thief. Like Monday was really fun. I had a lot of fun on Monday playing Thief. Just all the silliness that the game brought with it. And it's nice just to get into an older game again. So, I think I might be getting a bit confused between places now. How's it work? Technically, when you go like that, when you're like trying to kick out, you're bringing your other foot a lot more in. So it's just like, yeah. Bring it through, over, swinging the hips as you're going. So for this one, where would the hips need to be? Almost need to be vertical. I might have this all wrong. But I was trying to make it more of a smear. I don't think we're going to go for the smear route. I don't think this is a smeary type. I'm not going for like quite that exaggerated emotion. It's an exact. So it is probably going to be a lot more sideways. Not sideways enough. Although I did like the motion. This kind of needs to be like here-ish, and then all the way up. Nice. I think this kind of works. It's not ideal, but it does get the job done. realize my door was slightly open. Oh no. It must have been very loud. Oh. Well, we move. Sorry, sorry, flatboats. Nope, wrong. Correct. It is slightly smoother. I don't know. It feels a lot messier. I feel like every time I mess with this fucking brush, it makes everything dirtier. Like, not as clean in terms of, like, style. Like these bits. But I'm cleaning up when I shouldn't be. So now we're here, and now we're going from there. From that side to this side, the switcheroo. How do I do the switcheroo? I haven't removed anything or deleted anything, so we're going to save over this. What do I do next? I might take a little break from this. You know what? I'll take a break from this after the next ad break, and we'll switch over to another thing that I know I need to do, which is Strongglebot. I need to give him a little profile picture, which should be pretty good as well. So yes, I think that sounds like a good plan. Then we can finish that, and then we can get back to the animation. Okay. Let's see if we can get this little thing a little bit neater. So we're now here. We're still going to be on this hand, but we're going to be at a different point. We are going to try and blend these two together, which is going to prove slightly more difficult. This is kind of the switcheroo moment. So it does kind of need to be when hand reaches here. This hand is off. Wait, so what was the previous frame? So if we went to previous... Oh, I've done... Yes, I am doing this the right way. Rows are going to be pretty much like this. Nope. Up at time. BRB. We're back. Hello. Did you leave? Did you stay pointy? Or did you not? Either's okay. No. I'm not gonna force you to do whatever. Hello. Pointy as ever. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. My headphones have decided to fall apart. Despite the fact that they were working so well until I took them off. I'm gonna finish this frame, and then we'll jump over to the other thing. Because I feel like I'm cooking. I'm cooking, chat. Oh, shit. I was cooking, chat. These lines to be like really thin so we get a nice weight. So line weight is also a really cool concept that I feel like lots of... I don't know, it's very easy to forget about line weight when you're like drawing things. Because essentially the thicker a line is, the more concrete it is almost in a piece, which makes it a lot easier to kind of like give heft to something. Like this seems really far away, whereas this, the moment I've put it down, now adds a little level of perspective to it. But also if you put them like next to each other where like you're trying to draw a circle or something round, and then you just like taper it off to the side, it still makes it seem, it gives weight to this end while making that side seem a bit smaller. And then we have a little bear. Then we can add a little shading. Little shine. I changed the thing. Shiny bear. Ah, goodbye. Nope, incorrect. Come back. So we got this very cool liney bit here. That arm's being lifted up. And these are going to be kicking out. Slightly bigger, just so I have a bit more control over it. So like I'm really trying to hammer home the distance almost. With this, so like it kind of... Do you feel like the point needs to be a little bit pointier? Other than that, I think that works fine. It is a bit more like porous, like it's a lot more sketchy than all the other bits. And I blame that on using the different brush, mostly. Let me just get these lines slightly more solid. So that one's there. Let's see if I can get these eyes to at least look a little bit more down. And we can get this to here, which is when he starts... is when we start kicking back to the other side. This always ends up happening where I say, oh, I'll stop doing this thing after doing it like a little bit more. And then I start doing the thing and it's just like, oh, I'm in the thing. Like I get into it because I started doing it. Which kind of goes to show that like starting is 70% of the battle. So now for this one, again, it's going to be like a 90%, 90-degree angle. That's not nice. Get back over here. Slightly closer to the middle. Yeah, right foot is coming behind or leading. Because this one's kind of like sticking out sideways. We are leading with the inner hip, so this will be slightly closer. But we don't want it bigger than the next frame. So it's looking a little bit smoother. I don't know how I feel about this one right now. Yeah, it's because it doesn't really feel like this one's coming forward. It feels like it's... This needs to be a little bit more this way. I think I'm hitting a issue with like perspective at this point. Wait, what? Oh, did I switch something around? I think I have. Oh yes, I have. I switched the wrong... What? So here, kicking, coming in, switching, kick coming over. Oh! Yeah, I'm completely wrong with this frame. Like, this is nowhere near where it's meant to be. He's meant to be, like, kicking... He's meant to be going back. So his hand was going in the right direction. This needs to be smaller, though. And honestly, can probably get slightly more exaggerated with the angle, so I'm just going to completely redo it. Alright. So, we want to get kind of like an in-betweeny point. So this is like flipping down to there. So we kind of want the point to be almost... It's gonna follow an arc, which is around that line, kind of. Because it's actually going to be like bending that. No. A weird one that's kind of depth-wise, so... kind of that type of line. So, well, I guess it's actually coming inwards, isn't it? So it's like almost going that way. Whatever. We're getting in. We're hitting a line. This is gonna come round. And this is gonna come this way. Like swinging under to forwards. Oh. This is a fun little study though, of just like figuring this stuff out. Has there ever been like any animations that you guys have seen that have like really stuck in your mind of just like how fucking pretty it was? Or like how well made it was? I think the one that sticks out to me the most would be like Castlevania. There's just so much like gorgeous motion in it. Samurai Jack I know had like amazing framing, although the animation, I mean some of the like destruction animation was really cool. But outside of that, I've never finished it. Are you talking about Castlevania or Samurai Jack? Because both are very finishable. Currently obsessed with Gravity Falls, understandable. It is a very good show. I am currently obsessed with trying to get these fucking headphones to actually sit on my head. But no, they have to keep fighting me. Castlevania? I'd recommend watching it. I know it's quite gory and can be a bit extreme at some points, but overall I think the animation and the story is of the characters is very compelling. And especially in the final season, it just gives really great vibes. And then there's Nocturne, which is very dramatic and going to be multiple people's, I don't know, reawakening with how some of the characters are shown. But it has a very different feel to it. Even though it is Castlevania, it still has a unique flair because of the era and everything else that's going on. It's a bit more comic booky. I'm gonna go take a shower and start to make some dinner. I will lurk, but will be around. Okay, I've been super productive in the 2 hours of stream. Yay! I'm glad. Productivity. I'm glad that I can provide space for productivity and things. This has been a very productive stream for me as well. In fact, I'm this close to a 1 second animation. It's the tunes. Yeah. I do need to make a bit more, but we can do that tomorrow during the Beeps and Boops stream. What was I doing? I was animating. And the voice makes me feel like should be working. Yeah! Just having people around and having talks. The pressure. Almost like a social conditioning of just like feeling like someone's around, you can do more. So we want this edge to come somewhere along here. there's a perspective, I think that'll work. We're feeling like other people are working, so you should as well. Yeah, I do a lot better when I'm in that kind of environment, when other people are working around me. Although I sometimes get distracted by having people around me and try to interact with them more. But that's just me being weird. Feeling like I need to socialize because others are around. I think that's why some of these streams go a lot slower than they probably mean to. This foot needs to come a different direction. No, we'll stick with what I had just because it was close. I think I might be off slightly in terms of like positioning, but it should still work out-ish. Let's remove the lines. They work pretty well, but I don't think we need them. If like, we either gonna have to go all the lines or none of the lines. That looks better. We need one more frame, and then we've doubled the amount of frames we've done. Okay, so now we need to go from this one to this one. So I am going to duplicate this frame just to make my life easier. We are going to copy keyframe. And we are going to paste keyframe. Because otherwise I won't have the reference for where it's going to go. So I would prefer to have that. I mean, 1 second of animation in 3 hours isn't bad. Well, in 2 hours is even better, but you know. The fact that we've got a 1 second loop is pretty cool so far. Well, we're about to, when I finish this frame. So, we're going from here to switching over. So we want the hand to kind of come down. So we want the hand to come down. So we're here. We want this one to start coming up. Well, they kind of need to both be touching, I guess. To have the handoff. So this is where the, like, the middle. No, that's a good line. I like that line. But this just needs to come more at an angle. I think that works pretty well. We can probably thicken this front line a bit more. Thumbs go inside. So thumb, thumb. This frame we can delete, and then I think we are good. At least for the time being. It's smoother! Yeah! That's a fucking moving picture, look at that shit! That looks cool as hell! Oh, I'm so happy with that. Honestly, I might just leave it at that, and then we just color it. Because this is honestly, like, really cool. And I'm really happy with how this looks. Fuck yeah. Woo! Animation's so cool, man. I'm so happy that I'm, like, I made this in 2 hours. Isn't that fucking great? The fact that, like, in an evening, you can make something as silly as this. I like how we just had to talk about being productive, and then, like, I don't know. I don't know whether I consider this productive, but I made something, and I'm pretty happy with it. Now if I could just make my headphones stay together, that would be better. That would be fantastic. That would be perfect. It would be mwah, grand if that would be the case, but no. This is not happening. My headphones fall apart because I am a bad owner and I treat my belongings poorly due to my scatterbrain approach of standing up while wearing wired headphones. Not a great thing to do. Won't recommend. This is... Oh, this is gonna be fun to do while doing the stream elsewhere. Well, the Beep Boop stream tomorrow. I'm so happy with how this looks. I think the only thing I need to change right now is the hand here doesn't move, which it needs to. What the hula? Am I rotating it the wrong way? Yes, this rotates the wrong way. That's incorrect. I put this in the wrong place. Let's erase a bit of the hand. And then repaint in the bit of the hand. Yeah! I think this frame, no, this one could be a little bit smoother. Because it kind of feels like it skips there. A little bit, at least, for me. Because since it's jumping from here, yeah, that's a big jump. So I think it would make more sense if this was at least a little bit further back. Ah, fucking headphone. Okay. I need rubber bands. Rubber bands, those could work. But then that's gonna like get in between other bits. And I think I might be damaging the speaker a little bit, at least in the headphone. I think that makes a bit more sense. Perspective, fuck's sake. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. It still feels like a big jump, but it flows, so I don't really care. I've successfully tricked my mind to make that seem like it's moving the correct way. Does it feel like it jumps for anybody? What if we did it at 12 frames per second? How would it look? frame? It might be... Is this one messing it up? I think it looks okay. I don't know. I can probably... What the fuck is happening with the hand? No, not play. This one. This is where some fun is happening. Jump. Oh, that's a... I didn't realize just how much that switched. What? Why are you here? This frame is bad. I think this is the reason it feels like it jumps quite a bit. When it goes backwards, yeah, his legs are going the wrong way. I'm gonna do a little test. This is the lasso one. That's the dynamic brush. I don't want that one. I want you, freehand. Yes, that looks like, that feels like it flows a little bit better already. Unless I do the incorrect tool and then erase things. Really, man? I think I need to have both hands kind of on the floor for this one. Yeah, I need to adjust this frame. Because the switch is very jarring. As we go from this... There's like no weight switch, which I think I can do better. Like, I can do better. So we're gonna erase this frame. We can have a point here. I'm doing this wrong. Oof. My body. Ow. Everything is pain. But we're making it work. I don't wanna get to work. I just wanna make it work for me. Make it work for me. Gotta get this freeloading shit out of me. I just da 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 da. Wham 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 wham. Have a little bit of a beat. Da 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 da. Na 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 da 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 ba ba da ba da ba dim. Da 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 ba ba da ba da ba da 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 ba da do 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 ba da do 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 do. A little bit out of tune with the world around me, so I hope to be what I couldn't be, what you wanted to be. Little happy little triangles. Oh, at time, BRB. And we're back. Hello.
Already.
We're busting moves. You just gotta draw the eyes on the one frame, and then I think it's good. And then I feel like this flows a lot nicer. These things really are just falling apart. God, I need... I need some super glue. That's what I need. And that's cheap. And I went to fucking Wilco. I might as well have fucking got it in there. But no, I forgot. Like a little twat. Anyway. Discord exploded. Oh no! Why did it do that? Oh, Discord has exploded. Time to close that. Godspeed, Discord. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. I've also done the wrong thing. Is it like every server? Is it just Discord app is dead right now? This looks really good. I'm very happy with this. I do kind of prefer the slower one. I do prefer it at like half speed.
Kaboom.
Ah! I need to get sound effects working at some point. Well, for that I'd need another multi USB adapter because I have too many things plugged into computer. But yeah, we have an animation. And it is a full second. And honestly, all I need to do now is color it and clean it up, which is so nice. This has gone so much smoother than everything else I've done. This is great. You're so right, King. Lack of brain rot. Due to having no Discord. I have saved. Thank you for a reminder. Would you like me to give you some brain rot? Have you ever thought about how, like, multi-limbed creatures might dance differently than how we dance? Like, how would a horse dance? Like, if it had to do interpretive dance, would it do just a bunch of jumps and things? Would it try to do, like, a stanky leg? Would it do the rocking horse? How would other intelligent species dance? Or other like ones that would express themselves in that form of culture? How would they dance? How would it work? Because ours is like purely bipedal. Even like birds, you see the way they dance with their wings and things. It's very, because they only have 4 limbs. It very much is just it's almost human the way they do it. My posture has been checked. Thank you. Ow. Crick crack my bones. I think we're gonna leave this here. Because I'm very happy with this. And there was one other thing I wanted to do tonight, which was draw a little profile picture for Trunglebot. So if anybody has suggestions for how Trunglebot's profile should look, I think it's just going to be like me with a seam and like a metal seam in the middle with bolts and then robo eyes. File. Save. File. New. Because yeah, I think we will call it on that win. I know we've got like another 45 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to get through every frame's cleanup and things in that time. Cleanup and color and whatnot. So we will leave that for next time, and we will draw a nice new thing using Paint, which will crash it. It did not crash it! Huzzah! Wait, I shouldn't have closed the other thing. Oh well. We'll open recent as well, just so we have that there. And then we'll have this here. Then, we are drawing a profile image. So we want to do new, but with different proportions. So we'll make it square, 1080, 1080. That makes more sense for a profile picture. So we'll do that. Kill that one. How should Tronglebot look? I think just this, but doop, 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 doop. Well, you'd have them there, yeah. Doop, doop. And have like robo eyes. I don't know if we want to make like one smaller and one bigger. Have like the teeth. I love him. I already love him. Look at this little bundle of joy. He just wants to help and do all sorts. I think he needs sharper edges. Or they, whatever they want to identify as. I don't really give a fuck. It's a bot. I brought it into this world. It can choose whatever the fuck it wants to be. Aside, as long as it's helpful and useful and performs the tasks that I made it for. Do we want different sized eyes? Or do we want to just have it be like... Ooh, to make it like more discernible from regular Trongle, we could do square eyes. To kind of stick in with the robotic thing. What do we think? I don't like it. Round is friendlier. Squares are menacing. Triangles are perfect. We're just great. Circles are soft and generally okay. Robot Trongle, yes. I'm trying to do a little robot for... I want to do a profile. Any suggestions for like what you think he should have on him? Because I'm thinking like little... The very generic like robot thing there. Could also make it more like a speaker that he has on his mouth. Could also have his things like almost built together like this instead. So it's like 3 pieces put together. But then I have to do more of these, which I don't know if I want to. Robongle. These triangles all seem a bit menacing. I think, yeah, circles we stick with. And then we just have like a speaker or something. We could get more creative. What if we have this one be upside down? So we have him be like... Let's get the background to be actually white, because I don't know, I feel like the checker always like adds a level of confusion. I kind of like this design. It doesn't really feel like it fits in with other stuff though, so I might go with like... something like this, which at least has some of the similar characteristics even if he's upside down. We'll do colors on a different layer just to see. I don't want to see how a red looks. We'll go with this. We'll reduce the saturation a bit. Red's a bit menacing. Let's go back to green. He kind of looks like a pointy version of Clank from Ratchet and Clank. I love those games. Those are really good games. There we go, you, and we can go much closer to a grey. What do we think of this design? If anybody has opinions. I quite like it. I think he looks pretty cute. I might put a streak of white in the... It's different. I like it. It's Tronglebot, so it's... I want it to be like... different enough. I do think the two might be a little much. We might just switch it to 1. Why? Oh, because I have white. I think it has a nice like level of shapeliness to it in terms of like variety. It's just meant to be like a flat no, not flat. God, what's the word? It's a profile picture. It doesn't have to be like crazy dynamic or anything. It's just meant to like show what he is. Could also go for the very generic like different 2 eyes, different sizes type thing instead. That makes it look a lot more goofy. I think I'm gonna do the face on a different layer just to make my life easier so that I don't have to keep redoing this. I created something so uncanny. Yeah? Look at Discord. Is Discord not dead anymore? Apparently not. That's some backrooms level shit, holy fuck. Oh, I'm gonna... You okay if I show this on the stream? Is okay a yes? Say. Huh? Oh, it's backwards, yes. Okay, well, this is what red has. This is horrifying. Just the middle of just oh. But it's really cool. It is ominous. Bro, nobody showed up to my birthday party. That thing in the background is my friend heavily distorted. Terrifying. Beep boop bop beep. Headphones, why do you fight me at every instance? Why? I don't want to have to absolutely fucking force you into a position and make you stay there forever. I want you to be able to rotate and have freedom. But at this rate, you're going to lose that because you're being rude and not accepting my other solutions that allow you some form of freedom. Despite copious amounts of white tack. Which constantly gets into the foam, which is very annoying. I can only seem to draw myself Lamau. I mean, that's a starting point. Like, I can't draw too many things. I'm trying to branch out. Robotrongo like beep 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 beep. I love the way my my PNG tuber my avatar moves as I go as I do that. Beep 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 beep. It works really well. I'm happy with it. What was I doing? I was doing face. That is the wrong layer? Yes. You're the eyes? Yes. You're the eyes, you're nothing, you're the face, the rest of the details. Big yawn. I don't really like it. I've come back to it, and it's just like, as cute as the guy is, I don't know. I want it to be more, like, less sketchy, more bleak. So let's just erase everything. Hello, sir? What is... Do I stick with the upside down? He has become Elder God. The combination of Trongles has become the Trongle Bot. The Hive Mind. You know what is a really useful tool for all of this that I could be doing? Symmetry. Then we can get some cool designs. Whoa! Roblox character. Oh, this is fun. This is the type of shit where you find as a kid and you realize, oh, I have the power to make such fancy things. Oh, it would be really cool to make like a music video or something that like followed the pattern. But I don't know how I guess you'd have to do it in 3D to an extent. Or you'd have to like record then do framings or whatnot. I'm just fucking around now. This is just fun. Whoa. I've accidentally made a creature. This looks pretty cool. It's horrific, but I like it. I think that's sick. Okay, I'm saving this. This actually looks cool. The Flash Obelisk. At least that's what I'm going to call it. Flash Obelisk. Okay, goodbye, Flash Obelisk. I've completely gone off the rails again. New! That thing! Without vertical or horizontal! Yay! Okay, let's get back on track. Try to draw a Trongle profile picture. Or robot Trongle. Tronglebot. How will my brother live? Is he my brother? He's more my son, I guess, because I made him. One does not make a brother. Generally. My... Save and hydrate. I should hydrate. But there's nothing to save, unfortunately, so no. You gonna join for the T-minus 10 minutes? T-minus 10 minutes. Oh, it's running through all the things.
T-minus 10 minutes.
Yes. How are we doing on things? Do we want to raid someone tonight, or am I tired and want to go get food immediately? We're also gonna have a stream tomorrow where we're doing music stuff. When we slaying zombies, Trongle? What do you mean when we slaying zombies? You mean like Left 4 Dead or other things? I might as well leave you for death. What? That's not a very nice thing to do. Honga bonga. Why are you leaving me for dead? Because of zombies. My weekends are not free. Nothing is free. I might be able to. You know what? I'll put the next community goal, if we can gather enough points, to be a gaming evening, and then it will probably be on a Friday night as well, because that tends to be the ones where I sometimes get some free time. So we might make it a whole community thing where those who with Left 4 Dead can come join in, or if we want to all do something else together, just get together, get into lobbies, play games, make them community goals instead of the other way I was doing it, which was just a bit confusing. And difficult to schedule. Do this and then have like a little scan line almost. Pixel, 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 pixel. Effects. Ooh. What does this do? Oh, it pixelarizes it, I guess. Is this the sensor image one? It's blurry, we're underwater. Whoa! 3D space. 3D space. Stamps! I'm getting distracted again. Pixel. Why is it lagging so much? Go green. That did not work as I wanted it to. This isn't working as well as I wanted it to. Oh, there's just a sketch category. I didn't realize. What are you? Oh, you're the cool one. I say, not having it not doing anything. Oh, it's a smudgy smudge. Oh. Oh! It duplicates. Can I invert it? Troweled. Get troweled. Get troweled. Okay. I might have got on too much of a tangent trying to get this to work. I was thinking like screen with a pixel or whatever, but there's a lot of people with like TV type heads.
Ouch. My body. It's a little bit stiff. I can't help but feel like I'm gonna have a tiff. Gonna go off. Gonna bust down. Gonna have a great time. Gonna hit the town.
Bustin' rhymes on the Twitch stream. Chat listening to my dreams. Producing sweet beams of light. RGBA. Alpha all the way. Alpha channel. That's what I am. See through. That is my plan. Look, I never said I was good at lyrics. Why can't I focus now? I was doing so well getting everything else done. Now my brain has just decided, no, we're not going to draw anymore. We're not going to draw a little triangle fellow with little things. We're not going to draw him. We're not going to draw this guy. He's too sad. Unhappy that you don't draw him. But why? But why? But why? He's sad. He cry. Tell me. Boop, boop. Okay, it's getting late. I might need to. Oh, it's almost that time. Can I at least finalize an idea? Can we get an idea? What do we want? Robots. 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 We can go spherical. We could try and go for something a bit more round. A bit more goofy like this. Where he's like this and he's got like a little cassette. Maybe he's broken. Maybe we don't want to use the sketch one. Maybe we want to have something a bit more concrete. Less sketchy, more digital, more concrete. Draw shape. G. Draw shape. Erase lines that do other things, connect others, we can make it work. So we'll get rid of this. Make it a bit more unique. force myself to see things. We'll break that off and make it thin at the bottom. That's just a shark. We don't want a shark. I really am losing my mind. Trongle is a brand. It's an idea. Are you truly understanding what the hell's going on? I'm not. I'm losing my mind. Ad break, the final one. I shall see you in a bitty. Hello, we're back. I'm also here. I've appeared. But we are reaching the end of our stream. And unfortunately, I think we're going to have to leave little guy over here. I do have all the saving. But I think it is worth us looking back at what we have made. We have done animation. A pretty cool animation that I'm very happy with how it looks. I'm so happy with how it looks. And yeah, we will probably spend next week, Thursday, cleaning it up and adding colors and things. So it should look very cool. I will do a little export just so that I can do like the sketchy bits, or at least put like a status post on Blue Sky and things. But yes, we shall go here. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate everybody who hung around and who decided to chill and do vibes. Thank you so much to Alma Magna again for the raid. It is always fantastic when you come around, even if I need to pay tribute. It is not that, I don't know, I'm just a troggle trying to make my way in the life of a streamer. But yes, it's always fantastic to have you around, and thank you so much for the raid. Please remember to check out my profile on Blue Sky. Check out the link in the Discord. Check out the link for the Discord where you can share your cool art stuff. There is the link there, but the bot has put it there. Check out the Discord. If you ever need if you have any questions, if you have any art stuff, please feel free to drop a question there. We're all pretty chill. We like the funnies, we like the arts, and I encourage all of you to continue to create and make silly things like I did this evening. Even if we wander off and do a little bit of unnecessary wandering and chicanery and scribbly bibblies, it's fun. And that's the main thing. We want to have fun. So yes, thank you all again. You know what, fuck it. Let's find someone to raid.
Let us raid a channel. Let's find somebody who's doing stuff. Is anybody of similar size apparently not given that filter is unavailable to me? Am I following anyone who's... There are people that are alive right now.
Asagout is doing learning how to make a VR chat world. That sounds intense. Same category. They are the only one. They are using their PNG tuber. That is pretty cute. Does anybody have suggestions on people to raid? Let's see who else is there. There's one person with 9.
I need to not be shy and do things and just say hi.
Oh, holy fuck. Your model looks sick. Never mind. This person... Well, they are also very horny. Oh. Their model looks so cool, though. You know what? Fuck it. We're rating... What are they doing? It may contain sexual themes. Oh, no. Oh, their model doesn't move as much. But they have a really cool art style. Anyway, back. We'll raid Asagout. We're following him. Might as well.
Let's do a little hop in. Is everybody ready to raid? Is everybody happy to jump in and see what they're doing?
Ready! Okay, then we are going to start. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. It has been an absolute pleasure drawing. It has been really fun making some progress in our art journeys. And yeah, we live. We will continue to live forever. Monkey strong. Ooh. Remember the Beep Boop stream. There's a Beep Boop stream tomorrow evening. Same time as this one started. 6 GMT 00. But we will continue. Anyway, stay pointy. Have a fantastic weekend. I love you all very much. And good night. Now go! Bongle them! Bongle them!